Okay, so continuing. So yeah, we're going to the what is going to be a Citadel number. Tama knows exactly in the future, in the year that we're in the bunker, year 2039. It's a Citadel right now. It's a refinery. We have to pass there, and we're right now just driving on a freeway. Everything's fine. We're in a car. In the future, all this is going to be gone. There isn't this. There's going to be. It's a Terminator. Shadowland, desolate desert of rubble and drones with lasers on top of their heads and nuclear weaponry and whatever the hell is there to eradicate whoever is getting close or trying to get through the specific territories. So, Bertava, if you want to, it's from your understanding how this work. We haven't really explored even how would we. I mean, we're sort of on foot, but possibly.
Do I want to take Culver Boulevard or is there Jefferson House?
Possibly there's vehicles that we haven't really discussed that are maybe these little disposable floating devices, kind of like those bird bikes, but of the future, where you just pay some coins and they take you places, and they're agile and almost indestructible. That's just something that because this is a little bit of a schlep. So on foot, this would probably take a day, right?
Yeah.
It's probably a good 10 miles.
And you're traversing different sectors. So today in 2023, we're in California, in greater Los Angeles, and we just hop on a freeway and we go from A to B, from Venice to El Segundo. In 2039, imagine that a good deal of what we think of as governments in the world, China, India, the United States, have collapsed. And they no longer have power, they no longer even possess most of their lands. Imagine that they had to sell a lot of their lands, national parks, universities, the 405, swaths of land, because they collapsed economically and they're just basically trying to hang on to whatever little land they have left. They're holding with an iron fist, and they're funding it because they sold all these other lands. So what happened to these other lands? Well, who bought them? Maybe Cardano.
Maybe
Saylor.
Yeah.
Maybe
Polygon.
Nick,
the bad guys.
Maybe Nick Carter, right? So very powerful blockchains, which are now all of the wealth of the world, and enormous amounts of wealth, are concentrated in just a few parties, maybe 5, maybe 10. And some of these blockchains are more, they play nice, and other ones are more sinister, but they're at war with each other. And there's a third category of land if you're keeping count. So category 1 is what used to be big governments. They now have a little bit of land. Blockchains is category 2, and category 3 is shadowlands, no man's land, Mad Max. So if we're traversing from one point to another, and we have to cross some geography, whether we have to get from Venice to a different part of LA, or we have to go find Hal Finney's chamber in what used to be Arizona, or maybe they moved the chamber and now he's in Area 51 in Nevada, or we have to go to Dubai, or we have to go to Thailand. What was Dubai? What was Thailand? What was Nevada? We have to traverse a patchwork of sectors. You got to go through the Cardano sector. You got to go through the we call it the Bitcoin sector, the orange sector. And there might be different subsectors within orange because Bitcoiners don't necessarily like each other. So there's this warlordism. Now, when you go through the Shadowlands, well, think Mad Max, think, very apocalyptic, chaos, anarchy, and you're on your own. That's why one of the many reasons Dario's Nacho brings this virtue of I can safely traverse us through anything. I know weapons, I know navigation, I know the mind. I believe the mind is the best weapon. But going through a Cardano sector might be easy because they're friendly and you have the right authentication. It might be hard because you don't have the right authentication or they see you as a threat. they've weaponized with drones and guns and dogs and AKs, everything, all kinds of weapons. Same with going through any other sector. So if we want to go from what used to be Venice to what used to be El Segundo, and it's a few miles, you gotta navigate this perilous, treacherous terrain, and you've got to be able to traverse sector by sector. You got to use your wits, your diplomacy, and your gun, as well as whatever technology is current for the day, including hashing and private keys and a lot of blockchain type stuff.
So to relate it to how things are done today in a warfare situation, there's a lot of parallels. When you're going from territory to territory, you can get stopped, you can get checked. You get authenticated as a friendly or unfriendly or whatever. So much in the same way we're doing it here, except this is, things are far more advanced. So there far more technology is there to, just get.
But in 2039, all the blockchains are at war with each other, and they are very suspicious of anyone who's not authenticated as a denizen of their blockchain. How do you do that? With a hash, right? So you got to use your wits.
Exactly. So why don't we go back to the bunker for a second, where we are discussing what we have to do. I believe Misha's character. By the way, my character of Nacho is this survival Mad Max kind of guy that knows how to traverse the weapons parts of what might be standing in our way. And then Ratava as well as Misha are far more skilled in how to go through the getting authenticated or faking the hash or whatever, all the hack tools that would enable us to appear to be something that we're not, or be friendly or be unseen. But in any event, there's a moment in the bunker where we're discussing what needs to be done. We need to get the ledger, and we need to go through from here to there. And this is a pretty, like 10 miles. We don't necessarily discuss how we're gonna do this in terms of transportation. Is it on foot? Is it, are we gonna jump on something like a little, futuristic bike that floats? But let's go to the bunker and let's take a look at that, and then we can come back and reflect.
$21 million.
6102. All right. We're good here. I know the building. Okay.
Where the fuck are we?
Dude,
We're near the beach.
fucking bunker.
Yeah.
What the fuck is in here?
I say we chill for another.
Okay, yeah. Let's get out of here as soon as we can.
Yeah. Check this shit out. This was in the wall.
It's AK.
Look at this. But how the fuck does this gun wind up with a Bitcoin? I mean, you see this?
That's insane.
Am I crazy or what? You see it right there? That's Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So you're saying...
So, I mean, we have a Afghani captured AK brought back by American soldier, likely
Before the collapse.
and kept as a trophy. He is frozen shot.
Dude, that thing's been sitting in 200 feet of salt water.
If I had some motor oil and poured it here and hammered it, I bet you this fucking thing would work.
Dude, you're fucking high.
I mean, the ammo's probably bad in it, but this thing is... Whoa!
Hey, I bet you that was some Saylor's team that put that in there.
How does Saylor figure into this?
That motherfucker had about 1/10 of all the Bitcoin. He was more...
Before the collapse.
Before the collapse, I think he was more powerful than Elon.
So the collapse happens. The most powerful blockchains in the world immediately weaponized. Cardano, Polkadot, Polygon, the bad guys. Of course, Bitcoin and factions within Bitcoin.
And Elon funded
weaponized
Doge.
Okay, so you got the five family.
I mean,
I bet you Saylor teamed up with the Polygon.
So now we gotta deal with Saylor and Polygon to get to Hal, to get to Satoshi.
I mean, I know we lived in some shitty governments of the past, and here comes Satoshi Nakamoto and the savior and gives us Bitcoin and decentralizes and frees us. And look at us now. Is this the right thing? Did he help us or did he fuck us up?
Satoshi's, no, he's gonna go down as a hero. He helped us outgrow a legacy financial global infrastructure that was collapsing and unsound. He gave us the first money in history, and now it's, some would say, weaponized money, more powerful than a gun maybe. But we know our mission. We know what we have to do. Al Finney, first guy to receive a Bitcoin transaction. So a lot of people say he's Satoshi. 2009, he's diagnosed. A few years later, he puts himself in cryogenic freezing, and that's where he is in a chamber now. All I know is we gotta establish contact with Hal to get contact with Satoshi.
We just gotta do it.
And what's Satoshi gonna do? I love Satoshi. Trust me. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Dude, Satoshi coming back could solve all of our problems.
We're wasting time out there. We gotta go.
Go, 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 go.